Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Friday. Yes, we made it. Yes, it is officially the weekend, I guess, whichever way you want to look at it. Night shift, I guess. You still have the one day left to go. But it doesn't matter because we've got some great weather outside. I heard it's supposed to be super awesome this weekend, so that's that's wicked. The groundhog saw his shadow, whatever that means. I have absolutely no idea, but that's cool, right? Awesome, great. That's actually what I wanted to talk about today was Friday, right? Using Friday to sort of kickstart your weight loss goals or to help crush your weight loss goals, right? Because a lot of times we can do a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of preparation throughout the week. And then come Friday, we're just kind of like, it's Friday. Yeah. All right. Time to get Friday. Woo. So that's why I want to come in. I've got lash sticking out of my eye that is just bothering me. And I wanted to give you some tips that help me and share them with you. Hopefully they help you too. Let's get rocking and rolling here. Tip number 1 is to know your schedule. This one is huge because life happens. I like talking about this one in terms of there's certain things that are non-negotiable in our lives, right? And we need to understand that the non-negotiables sort of take over whenever or they take over our day-to-day lives, right? And what am I talking about non-negotiables, right? We need to eat, we need to sleep. We need to probably do some sort of extracurricular activity, right? It's the weekend, so maybe the kids have some sort of sporting event, practice, right? So there's certain things, right, that are non-negotiable. And we also need to relax and restore, right? It's the weekend, so we, as much as we need to get everything done, right, we still need to relax and rest. And then other non-negotiables that are just coming to my head right now, grocery shop, laundry, perhaps some sort of exercise, cleaning, definitely cleaning up, folding laundry. This is all stuff that's non-negotiable, right? And this is stuff that we need to take into consideration because this is the stuff that will throw our plans through for a loop. In terms of not being prepared for eating out, right? Not taking into consideration when our next meal is coming, right? Our body needs to be on a cycle. We need to be feeding it all day long, not just big chunk piles every now and then. So this is where knowing your schedule will also be huge for helping to alleviate any sort of stress, overwhelm. Not so much alleviate it, but help to calm it down, tone it down a little bit. Right, so when we know our schedule, we know what we can plan around, we know what we have to plan around, and then we know what we can add into, if there's something that we can add into, or maybe there's something that we could shuffle around, right, and we could move something over here, or we could do something right throughout the week, or maybe we could tackle little chunks at a time, right, so that's why knowing your schedule is huge. It will definitely take a whole lot of the pressure off of you. Number 2, meal prep. I love this one, and it just goes exactly with what I was talking about in my last tip. We are busy people. We don't really have too much extra time, right, to be doling out on things like cooking, right? Let's get real here, right? Taking care of laundry, all that stuff is, get out of here with that. I don't have no time for that. I'm like busy with stuff, things. So that's why meal prepping will actually be huge. In terms of trying to help you sort of lessen the load for even just a little bit of time at night, right? Or even during the day, whatever meal you decide to prep. For Tina and I, it's nothing short of just throwing everything that we have, almost literally all the vegetables that we have, and then whatever meat we can come up with, and then some big rice bowl or noodles or something like that. And that's just a big trough of food that we throw together because we don't always have time to be cooking and to be worrying about right? Oh, and dishes, another one, right? That's another thing that comes along with cooking. And so that's where we try to take the pressure off of ourselves as much as we can. So we like to make big meals. That way we can have more for leftover, right? It's just the two of us, right? So we don't need to be cooking big troughs of food all the time, but we do because it makes it so much easier for us to plan around when we don't have to be thinking, okay, we need to, or like even at the same time, I know this is something huge for me, right? When you're hungry and then you got to put something in the oven or something like that, and it's still 45, 50, 60 minutes until you're able to eat it, unless you're taking that into consideration and cooking it on the go, right? And that's not always something that we're thinking about when we're kind of in that rush mode, right? So we do what we can. That's why we make a whole bunch of food and we just store it for later, and that way we can just warm it up whenever we get hungry, as opposed to just, that's where bad eating habits come in, because it's like, oh, it's going to be 50 minutes, so, we might as well order something out or order pizza or something like that, right? So meal prep, take one less thing off of your plate, and it will help it will help with some of the overwhelm. I promise it will. Number one, so using Friday to help our weight loss goals. Number one, know your schedule. Number two, try and meal prep. Number three, have healthy snacks on hand. This one is huge because we need to be eating always, right? We need to be eating. We can't be we can't be starving ourselves, and we can't be overloading ourselves with food at certain points of the day, right? In the morning, or not even in the morning, right? Breakfast is really hard for a lot of people. So like mid-morning, afternoon-ish, right? We're just loading ourselves with food. And then probably dinner time-ish, right? We're just loading ourselves with food again. And we're just piling on. And every once in a while, or sorry, not every once in a while, but a lot of times we'll get hungry through in between meals, right? And when we're not consciously thinking about it, we're either A, reaching for something that's super easy, which is not always something healthy, or B, we're just not eating, which is not any better. We need to be fueling our body all day, right? So this is where I talk about little meals more frequently. That's actually very beneficial for boosting your metabolism, helping better your sleep patterns, stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of scientific research that supports that. So that's a great habit to get into. And that goes along with your meal prep, right? If we're meal prepping, then we can prep sort of little meals, and that we can take sort of on the go, if you will. But healthy snacks on hand is going to be huge. What did I hear? Something like celery has so little calories in it that you actually burn calories while eating it. So, I mean, if you can eat and lose weight, sign me up for that diet. I'll be all part of that one. Foods like broccoli are roughly the same amount of protein as a serving of steak. So that's a whole whack of less calories right there. Cucumber, watermelon, foods like that are great in terms of helping hit your water goals, right? As humans, we're about 60% water, so we need to be focusing on our water intake much more than anything else. And as much as we try and drink right, foods definitely contain water in it too. And that's where, celery, cucumbers, watermelon, foods like that will help you to increase your water intake. It will also help you to like I said, boosting your metabolism, right? Giving your body fuel for the whole day, as opposed to just overloading it at certain points of the day. Also, vegetables like that, avocados, bananas, fruits like that are actually fat burning foods. So they actually work with your body to burn fat from the inside out. Excuse me. Number 4, get some movement. Yes, very much so. No matter what we do with regards to weight loss, health, wellness, all that goals, we need to get some movement. We need to be moving around, right? Our bodies, think about our days nowadays, right? Most of the time we are sitting at a desk job, and then we sit in our cars, and then we come home and we sit in front of the TV, and then we go to bed and where we're laying, right? So we're not doing a whole lot other than sitting. And that's, our bodies are not designed to be sitting all day, every day. They are designed to be moving. Now, they're also not designed to be moving all day, every day, right? So that's where we need the rest and the restore, right? So that's where I love you're sitting for most of the day, right? We're resting, we're recovering. And then every once in a while, we need to get up and move around, right? So this could literally mean just walking around your house, going for a walk around the block, walking to places that are close that you would normally drive. I don't know, the bank maybe. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Convenience store, the corner store, right? These are places that normally we would drive. Maybe we could walk. Consider getting in some movement. Another one that I like is while we're sitting, doing leg raises, right? Just raise your legs up until you get basically to a 90 degree. Maybe you can get that high, maybe you can't, but we're not trying to raise them all the way over our head. But leg raises are going to be huge for sort of engaging your core, helping to burn abdomen fat, belly fat, helping to tone your legs and your thighs. I really love doing leg raises, and that can be done while you're sitting, right? So even though we're sitting all day and we can't really get up and move, we can do something while we're sitting. Definitely some stretching. This is great too. I love stretching because this is classified as an exercise, and it's not in your formal exercise mode, right? Normally, you don't think about stretching as a standalone exercise, but it can be a great way to move your body, right? Do a little bit of stretch out back, right? Stretch up top, cup your hands around your back just like that, lift up, and do, over to the side, bend over, back, and just move your body, right? Just try and stretch your whole body out. For me, I love stretching, right? I love the way it feels. I love the way that it makes me feel after. So for me, you don't have to ever really fight me on stretching. I'll do it. But that's definitely a way to get some movement around, so that way you're not just sitting all day. That's, like I said, this is something we really need to be conscious about, especially in our day-to-day lives nowadays. I'm not talking about what's going on in the world. I'm just talking about life in general. We sit basically all day at work, and then we come, think about it. Realistically, follow me for a minute here. We're sitting all day at work, then we're sitting in the car to go home, then we're sitting at home, and then we're laying in bed, right? So unless we're making a conscious effort, we are literally sitting and laying all day. So let's do it. We can do this. We can get a little bit of movement and make our bodies happy with us. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5, go to bed early. I love this one because what did I read? The best investment you can make in yourself is 8 hours of sleep. This one is perfect because we can't always sleep longer. In the morning, we don't always leave ourselves enough time to sleep longer in the morning. This is actually where I go back to my meal prep idea. Meal prep for the morning is key because it will give you a little bit more time in the morning. But we don't always give ourselves enough time to sleep in the morning. That's why we have to go to bed early. And I'm not talking about, a few hours early. I'm talking about half an hour if you can get it, right? If you can squeeze it into your life. It's the weekend. Maybe you can not do some stuff today that you can do tomorrow. But getting enough sleep is a huge benefit for everything that you do in life. Everything from boosting your metabolism to helping your mood to helping you actually sleep better, right? If you get a better pattern of sleep, helping you to eat better, to feel different, right? There's so many benefits out there for getting enough sleep. And that's, like I said, one of the best investments you can make in yourself is enough sleep, because we don't always do that, right? And our body is designed to rest and recover, especially with weight loss, right? Weight loss and sleep basically go hand in hand. Our body is metabolizing everything at rest. We are resting and recovering. We're restoring. We're repairing our muscles. All of this stuff happens at sleep. And if we're not giving ourselves enough sleep, enough proper sleep, right? That's what we're talking about, the REM sleep, that rapid eye movement, the real nice, deep sleep that we're talking about. That's where we're not, it's just gonna be that much harder, right? And you know it, right? When you're not sleeping enough, you're cranky, you're irritable, nobody really likes to be around you. You, you have tendencies to, and that's it, you're like, right? You have tendencies to not care about what you're eating because you don't care about the way you feel, because you feel like shit. So that's where we want to make sure that we're getting enough sleep so that we feel better. So then when we feel better, we tend to make better choices. And then when we tend to make choices, we tend to feel better again, right? So it's that cycle that we're trying to fill in there. Go to bed early, get enough sleep. Trust me, your body will thank you for it. My last tip, more than anything, is essential oils. I love this one right here that I'm talking about. Is a blend called Serenity. Serenity is the restful blend from doTERRA. It is oils in there that are perfect for calming, relaxing, creating that restful environment. Also, not just for getting to sleep, but for staying asleep and for having that whole, that sleeping throughout the night type thing. Another one is actually a blend called Amavi. This one is more for men, but I love this one. It's a blend of woodsy oils that are very calming, relaxing, soothing. I love using that one as like a cologne. I just rub it on my pulse points. So when I rub it on my pulse points, not only is it a great aroma for everybody around me to smell, but I also get the internal benefits of the calming, relaxing oils. And I also get the relaxing environment, aromatic benefits of the oils still being on my wrist. So I love this one. I don't know that it comes in any other way, but I love this one with the roller top. That way I can just roll it on wherever really one of the places I like more than anything is my collar, right? That way I can have it smell with me right all the time. And my last blend that I have is Smart and Sassy. Smart and Sassy is the metabolic blend from doTERRA. It has oils in there that are great for boosting the metabolism. And this is one that's going to help with your weight loss goals, boosting your metabolism, curbing hunger cravings, helping you to not crave sort of the high sugary drinks or foods that we tend to gravitate towards, right? Chips, pop, ice cream, stuff like that. That's all I got for you for today. I really hope you got some value out of this. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you would like a free sample of oils, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Friday and an even better weekend. And I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.